Hey Sagittarius, and welcome to Sage Muse. This is a Sagittarius channel, but all are welcome. As always, maybe you just felt drawn to the reading, whatever. God, do y'all feel the buzz? Like I can't explain it, but it's like a lot of energy that just kind of makes it hard for you to catch your breath, almost. I'm feeling it. So Sag, we're rounding up the month, and if you are a follower of this channel, one thing I do is at the end of the month, I'll do a lot of readings. And it's just to kind of like, we're rounding things up. And I feel like May was a good month. I really do. I feel like it felt good to everyone, to be honest. It doesn't mean bad things can't happen, but I feel like it felt good. And so I decided, since I saw everyone else doing it, I was going to do something for the next 6 months, June to December. And so this isn't going to like go in depth over every area of your life, but this is going to give you, that's why I did a little peek at your relationships for June. And, so these readings might be a little shorter than my usual, but yeah, let's get into it. Let's do it now. Sagittarius. So the next 6 months, Sag. And the reason you're seeing this now is because we're coming up on June in the next couple of days. There's a lot of really beautiful things happening. Like there's a trine between Jupiter and Pluto that is really going to show us where we're going. And also, I believe it's on June 3rd, there's 6 planets that are in alignment, which is beautiful. I love this. So, especially after the rough months we had with the eclipses. Let's get into it though. And I saw this in someone else's reading too. So when I see that in someone else's reading and it also is showing up here, it really tells me that it's even more true. So Voyage of the Heart here, love flows through you and to you. I do feel like you're going to be sitting in your heart space quite a bit and maybe really being open about your feelings, really expressing your feelings and what is in your heart. And the more we do that, the more we're able to sit in our heart. And if you listen to me at all, I believe that we manifest through our heart space. Okay, we manifest through the heart. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but you're going to really, and that's really your heart being open. It's really being in tune with your desires, which is what happens when we sit in our heart. Sometimes it's difficult, right? It's difficult to sit in our feelings, for sure. Sagittarius is a masculine sign, so we respond to action. And I just feel like there's so much heart energy going on here that I really love it. I really love it. So, the frost of stillness is here. And this is really what you're leaving behind you. It's very beautiful. I mean, this slower time has probably made you a lot clearer on things, especially in terms of your fears. And what you're really leaving that behind. There is, I've been talking a lot about taking chances and Sagittarius connecting with their adventurer, which is who we are at heart. And I feel like you're going to do it. And it's really embracing the uncertainty too. It's like going for things without having to know how they turn out. You're just going to be going for things. And in the past, you might have been a little bit afraid of that, afraid of taking chances when you don't know, where your feet are going to land. But you've kind of really faced that. I feel like in this, where things weren't really moving, you really have come to face that, well, if I don't do it, it's not going to get done, right? It's not, you can't always know how things are going to turn out, and I feel like I have felt such energy for Sag about, I don't want to wait for anything anymore. I don't want to wait. I don't want to have all the details. I see you're moving more through possibility, which you can't be unless your heart is attached to it. And to be honest, for some, this has been about getting over some heartbreak, because our heart can't be open when we're healing. I don't really know that we heal with an open heart. I think we kind of seclude ourselves for safety for a while. But the King of Cups is here under the deck with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Like, wow. And I don't feel like you're going to be... Now, I'm not saying this to say that you're not going to be selective about people. I think you will, but I feel like you'll be taking more opportunities, not like, it's like, I'm going to try. So say, for instance, someone asks you out, right? And maybe you don't even know if you're all that into them or whatever. This happened to me the last time I took a chance on somebody. There's no more of that. You're going to do it. You're going to say, well, yeah, that could happen, but, it could be really good too, or I could have a good time, or, to be honest, I don't feel like, you're not going to go into every single experience when it comes to the heart, or when it comes to love offers, or someone asking you out in terms of thinking along the lines of, this person could really hurt me, or, there's a sense of it not having to be as big, just having joy, so I do actually feel like you will be open more to romantic events in your life, not being so afraid to get hurt, not being so focused on it always having to be big, right? Like, we all want big love, but we can't let that stop us from exploring experiences that we may get joy out of. Like, that might not be your forever person, right? But you might have a really great time. And I feel like that is more of the energy that you're flowing into, and you're taking more chances, and I feel like really leaving behind being afraid to get hurt, being afraid to be betrayed. All you see is the door, Ace of Pentacles. All I see is the door and the opportunity to invite something or someone into my heart. Love it. Amen, amen. Because quite honestly, Sagittarius, what you're not expecting, okay, like the Death card, which is big transformation. And let me just say, you have the Death and the Tower here. Okay, so that's a lot of Scorpio energy. So I feel like maybe this Pluto business, especially, I believe we're still in a Pluto retrograde, may really be affecting you. I don't know, but there's a big transformation going, and the King of Pentacles, you know what you're doing, Sag. Maybe there was a time when you felt like you needed to be more practical about things, right? Take more time with your decisions, but you're not about that now, because you're about exploring. Page of Pentacles, opening yourself up to experiences for growth and learning. And, I love this. I'm sorry. On some level, I love when we show up in page energy. When we're the ones showing up in it, it really speaks to me about, opening new things in our life. And I feel like, there's a time to be stable. There's a time to really take the time with decisions. And then there's a time when maybe that's holding you back, and so I feel like you're not going to hold yourself back anymore. No more, I'm going to try things. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to learn new things. I'm going to try things. I'm not going to make everything where I have to wait for all of the details or the right time or, yes, Sagittarius, I can't with y'all. I can't with y'all. So what you could do right now, well, you know, the Tower's here, Sag. And the Tower usually comes in when we're needing to be shook. And that's what's needing to happen. You know, the Tower takes something down, and I really feel like this is talking about a perceived sense of safety for you, Sag. I really do. Where you hold back from things. You all will feel like you need more information. And the truth is, I feel like the universe is also going to bring in for you. It may be taking people away from you, or at least showing you who's not on your side. You know, with the Five of Wands. Because the Five of Wands is jealousy. You know, the Five of Wands, you could be healing things with people. It's like either we're going to heal this rift, or you can go. Basically. And I know that everyone thinks we always are like that, but I don't really think we are. And I feel like the fakers here will be exposed. And that really is, you know, I don't think, though, that we're going to think that we have to sit back and lick our wounds and heal from things. It showed us who it is, and that's, you know, that's cool. That's cool. You know, you're going to have to let this Tower come in. You're going to have to not, especially too, I'm just going to say it. Say what needs to be, say the weird thing, Sag. Do not hold back from confrontation is what it's telling you. I feel like you may have done that and may have tried at, you know, especially to be like the bigger person, not say what really needs to be said. You're going to say it. Say what needs to be said, Sagittarius, because it's going to expose something to you about people. And then you'll know, right? Then you'll know. I was actually going to start with the takeaway, but like this is your time, Sag. Like so much so. This is the time where you start having your wishes fulfilled, where you are going after things in your heart, where you're going after your desires, and you're standing up for yourself. Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself, showing up for yourself, following your heart and the things that you want. Wow. And I know I say that a lot, but I feel like in this time, you're actually taking action. I feel like the time leading up to, like March, April, May, has been more about figuring out what it is, right? So let's get 3 signs, Sag. So when you start to see these signs, you could be seeing them now. They are a clue, Sag. Especially 12-12. Okay, I see 12-12 a lot. 12-12 is the heads up that a new cycle is coming. And it's funny because there is going to be discomfort. And this is going to be, and I feel it here too. It's going to be a time, and all this Scorpio energy is uncomfortable as well, where you get out of your comfort zone. You start going after things you don't even know will succeed. You know, you don't know anything about it. And, you know, this is going to be magical for you because 111. And pay attention when you see these numbers. Pay attention to what you are focused on at that moment, especially with the 111. Because when the 111 comes on, your intuition is zeroing in on a personal desire. Write it down, Sag. Write down what it was, what the idea was. And when these things come in and when you start seeing them, not one time, you start seeing them repeatedly, you're going to know, and even if you start seeing 9s as well, that it's time to tie loose ends up, because so much new stuff is happening. And I have felt that, and I didn't even realize what I was doing, but I have been slowly changing my look and aesthetics over this last few months. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get my haircut today. I didn't even realize it. So take a look back and look at the changes you might have already been making that would speak to a new cycle. Okay? Oh, I'm so excited right now, Sag. Look at this. You know, and you may think that you can't, that you have to go slowly because of money or whatever, or, you know, problems. No, you're walking away from that. You're walking away from that. And there's something here like 6 of Cups about, and I said it in earlier reading, about, you know, really attaching to joy, really attaching to fun, attaching to, you could be really doing things from your past that were fun for you. Wow, look at that. Look at that. You could be hearing from someone from your past and it really makes you happy. Really makes you happy. So very interesting time. And that's a little view into the next 6 months and what you're going to be focused on. And I love it. I love it, Sag. So don't let it really overwhelm you if you start to really feel your heart. It's a good thing. Yes, yes. Toodles for now.